Hello guys, welcome to my channel and also a new video. In this video, I'll be teaching you guys how to set up your very own Pterodactyl panel and wings, as well as the Dashactyl client. So this is an all in a single video. So I'll be doing a basic setup of how to set up your very own Pterodactyl panel, and then after we set up the Pterodactyl panel and the wings, it will teach you the Dashactyl client as well. So for this tutorial, I'll be using Google Cloud Platform. You can use, if you have any cloud service like Azure, Amazon, etc. Come to my Discord server. I'll teach you how to set it up for you. And pretty much this is same thing for every single cloud provider. It just the interface is different. That's why. But the commands like the SSH part, yeah, that's all of them the same, all the same. So let's stop mumbling and let's get into it. So first of all, you create a new instance. So create an instance. This will create a new instance for your virtual machine. For this tutorial purposes, I'll be using I'll be just calling it Pterodactyl. And then click the location that is nearest to you. So mine is Singapore. Machine type, you can either pick 8GB, 16GB. I'll pick 8GB for this tutorial. On a boot disk, increase the size to 100 to 250 if you wish. Click select. On firewall, you click allow both HTTP and TPS, which is important because you need the website. And I'll call this server. It can be anything, but make sure you remember that because we need that for the next part. And once you got all set up, you just click create. Now once it's creating, we're going to go to the navigation menu, scroll down, and you have to find it says networking and VPC network, and go to firework. And now once you're in the firewall, create a firewall rule. And now we could just call this server if you want to. Target tag can be any, but it has to be the same thing for your network tag that you set up on your virtual machine. So it's called server. Source IP has to be 0.0.0.0/0. And if you want to be specific, you can set up a TCP UTP. But otherwise, if you don't know what port you want to open, just click allow all and click create. This will create a new firewall rule. And now once the server firewall is creating, you go back to the compute engine and the VM instance. Now once it's done, you click on SSH. Once your SSH is connected, you simply type sudo apt update. This will update the commands, and you do sudo apt install wget, which is important because otherwise you can't access your website because it's required. Once you install the wget, now on the docs provided in the description below, we're gonna install the bash script. So we're going to install the bash script, and then we're going to install both wings and panel on the same server. If you want to set up a two separate server, you can set up, it's pretty much the same setup. So I'll set up two because this is for the tutorial purposes. Database can be any, just enter randomly generated any, and then type your email in this one, and then email again, and then username, first name, last name, password, and then for the FQDN, make sure you copy the external IP. So copy it, and on your DNS, you click add record, and I call this host. Paste the IP address, disable proxy, and click save. Go back to your SSH and copy paste the domain and click enter. Press Y again. This will install the requirement to verify the domain. Click Y, and then after your DNS get verified, continue with the installation. This will take a while, so I'll be back once it's done. Once the installation is done, you can click A to agree. This will do a certificate for your domain, waiting for verification. Once it says congratulations, the panel installation is complete, and now we're moving into the wings. So same thing as usual, click Y and everything. leave the address blank, click Y, enter a host password, can be any, press Y, and then for this part just simply do this, copy paste the external IP, add a new record, call this node, paste the IP, disable proxy, and save. That's it. And then type node, then free, and then your domain. There you go. Press Y, and say DNS verified. That's good. Enter your email, and press Y for the installation. Same thing. Yeah, I'll be back when it's done. Once the Wings is installed, now you simply go to your host website, enter your info details, click on the gears, and then go to location. Create a new. Call this anything. So I'll call it main. Enter. Location is done. Node. You go to node. Call it any node. Main node. FQDN is the one that you set up. So mine is called node 3mc hosting.me. Total memory, I'll set it to 8. So 8196. Location 5. I'll put this to 5,000. And then put 5. And I'll start creating node. That's it. Now configuration. Generate token. CD. Copy that. Copy paste it here. Make sure you copy paste this. This is important. There you go. Now once it's done, you do sudo wings. And start up wings about. You see your system information? That's good. Now Control C. Start the daemon. So if you restart, it should show it again without showing the wings. There you go. Now the Pterodactyl is done. Now we're going to go to application AIP and create a new one. And make sure you put everything on read and write. This is important for your Dashactyl panel. So I'll call this dash and create a condition credentials. And then now you don't need this anymore, so leave the page. And now we go back to our VM instance and create a new one. This one's for the Dashactyl panel. So let's start creating that. So instead we call it dash. Select the closest location you live in, so Singapore. Put it 8 because I don't think you need a lot for that. It's just a website. So change. Put this to 100 because you don't need that much. Allow HTTP and HTTPS traffic. Networking. Put it to server. Same thing as your Pterodactyl panel. And create the virtual machine. Once this is loading, while it's loading, we're gonna go copy the external IP and go to the DNS and add a record. I'll call this a client one. So copy that, copy the IP address and disable proxy. And then go back to your VM and just wait for it to get staged. And once it's running, click on SSH. This will pop up another SSH. Once your SSH is connected, you simply on a docs, you just copy all the commands, one by one though at least. So sudo apt update. Next we're going to install git. You have to press Y. Next you're going to install npm. Install npm, press Y. And now we're going to install the curl. Just wait for it to finish installation. Once the git is installed, you need to install the curl. Now install the Node.js. And now we install that. And once it's installed, we're going to install the Dashactyl git. So install that, we're going to clone that. We're going to go inside the directory and install the requirements for Dashactyl. So this might take a while. once Dashactyl is installed, now on my docs, you're gonna rename the setting template to a working one, and we're gonna use Nano, the text editor, to edit the settings. And now this is where the important part you need to do. So for this part, you need to actually know what you're doing. But I'll just tell you the basic of all the Dashactyl setups for this part. So on the website, there's a port 440, which is the default port for the Dashactyl. You can set it to any if you want to, but I want to keep it to default to make it simple. The secret, you can set it to any password you want, so I'll call it any password. It has to be very complex and secure, but this is a tutorial, so don't worry. Secure, keep it to false. And on Discord, you have to enter your application, Discord application. Since I have a Discord application, I will set it up. So I'm gonna go to my Discord application and go on the authentication 2. Copy the ID. So the secret will be, so this is only a test application, so I don't really matter. So copy your client secret. On the callback path, make sure you change this to your domain. So HTTP, and I call this client at the domain, and then make sure you change the prompt to false to true. And then now for the bot, you need to set up a bot. So you need to acquire your bot up with bot token. Copy the bot token. There you go. And now for the guild part, and then on this example Discord server, which I call the study club, I'm gonna copy the ID like so. And then on the registered role, I'm gonna erase that. And then go to your server settings, and then on roles, and then copy the ID of the roles, like so. And now on the autic logs, you're gonna change. If you want to enable it, go for it. I'll show you how to do it anyway. So I'll enable it. So I'll set it to true. And I want to put the logs in here. So I want to create a new log, a new webhook come in, and I'll call it any. So I'll just copy the webhook. So copy paste the whole webhook URL, like so. If you want to set up an email system, go for it, but that's going to take a long time, so I'm not going to set it up. Your Pterodactyl panel. It's important that you must add a HTTPS at the beginning. I mean, HTTPS, and then we're gonna name our panel. There you go, like so. And then the application API, which you created. So we're gonna go to our panel, and then copy the key, like so. And then now, the important part is that we might need to set up a database for our Dashactyl. So we're going to do Control X, press Y. We're not done with the settings yet. We just need to set up the database. So now we're going to do the database. So we're going to do sudo apt update, like so. And then we're going to go install the MariaDB server, wget and unzip. Press Y. Wait for it to install. Now once it's installed, you're gonna set up the MySQL setup. So for this, I'm just gonna set up a SQL. There you go. Press no. Just press no on everything. Don't need to worry about all of this. And once it's done, there you go. Now we're gonna go to MySQL root. Enter your password. If you get access denied, just do sudo s MySQL. And then type the password that you said, and there you go, you're in. And now you copy this script, this command, and change your password, say your password here, to any password that is secure. Okay, don't use mine. There you go, that's done. And we're gonna create a new database, like so. Grant all privileges for it, like so. Enter and type quit, and that's it. And now we're going to go exit out of sudo, and then we're going to go back to our settings, and then we're going to fill out the database that we set up. For the database IP, by default it's actually just 127.0.0.1. I'm going to type that in. There you go. And on the port, by default is 3306. That's the default port for it. And then the user, the user that you set up, which is the dashboard. That's what it's called, dashboard. And then the password, which I set to any password that you set up. So mine's called any password for this tutorial purposes. And database, keep it to Dashactyl. And now the database is now set up, and now we're going to go to the location, and this is where the customization part comes in. You can customize as many as you want. You can go whatever you want. For this tutorial purposes, I'm going to use the default thing because it will take so long to set up all the things. You can play around with all the settings in here. Feel free to do so. You can edit the eggs, the startup, the bills, etc. like that. All the things in here. It's all here. If you want me to do an in-depth tutorial for this, let me know, guys. Anyway, so the important part is we have to go to the AFK, the domain log. So we can change this to our the actual domain. So code client and domain. And once it's done, all of this setup, you can double check everything's all good, set up. And now once it's all done, we're gonna change the location for now. Location main. There you go. Now once it's done, you do Control X, Y, and then Enter. That will save it. And now we need to install. We need to let our client, our domain link to the Dashactyl. So we're gonna install the NGX and certbot, like so. There you go. Now we're gonna insert the certbot, and now once it's done, we're gonna insert our Dashactyl domain. Like so. Enter your email, agree, no, to create a new challenge. There you go. Once it says congratulations, it's saved. And now we're going to go to the CD site available. And I'm going to do sudo nano dashactyl config. And on the docs, we need to have this this config set up. So I'm going to copy paste it all. And then for this, we need to change the domain to our client domain. So mine's called client.l domain. There you go. You just do it in every single one of them. And then the port by default is the Dashactyl port, so 4440. Same thing for this one, 4440, 4440, and that's it. Now save that Dashactyl, copy paste this, and enter that. Hey, now we need to restart our NGX. It should work by now. There you go, it works now. Okay, if you get the 502 bad gateway, this fix is simple. Oh yeah, because you have to be in the Dashactyl directory. So go to your Dashactyl directory and type node dot. And now once you refresh the page, it should work. There you go. You see the login? Now it's there. Now you click login, it'll redirect you to this. But if you get an invalid auto directory, you forgot one step. So we're gonna go back to the settings, and this part is simple, so it's not that hard. All you have to do is just do what I'm doing. So go to Nano, and then find the callback path. Highlight this, copy it, go to your Discord, go to Alt, and add redirects, and then copy paste that. Save, Control X, and then now we type node dot again, and then we go back, refresh, click the login, and it should work now. There you go. Now it works. Now you click authorize, and it should work once you direct. There you go. It works. You have successfully signed in. And you might be wondering, it looks ugly, and I agree. It does look ugly. So how do I fix this? Well, it's simple. We're going to install a theme. So I'm going to Control C this, and now we're going to download the themes from the Discord server. So we're going to go to the Discord server. I'm going to copy the link for this. It has to be the link, and then we type wget, and then this. This will install the zip. There you go. And we're going to unzip that following zip file. There you go, like so. ls, and we're going to delete the front end. And now we're going to rename the Dashactyl theme main into the front end. And type node dot. There you go, and then we refresh the page, and the theme should be added. There you go. Looks nice, right? And now the final step to keep this all up and running is that you need to set up a screen. So this is the easiest part. So all you have to do is sudo apt install screen. There you go. Press Y. There's install screen. And now we type screen s dash, and then type node dot, and this will run the load on another screen, another terminal. So I do Control AD, that will detach it, and now once you refresh it, it will lead to this page. And there you go. That's how you set up your very own Dashactyl panel as well as Pterodactyl panel. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any issues, or if you want to know more about it, join my Discord server, link in the description. And I hope I'll make another video again, hopefully, because I'm very busy. And yeah, see you guys next time. Bye bye.